Welcome to CryptoCoins, where we review the best coins for you.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Chris. Today we have a very interesting video. We are going to be diving into BullX Neo. We have in the past talked about BullX Wallet. It's kind of similar, but it has some new additions. Lightning, fast trading, as well as tons of features packed in. But before we get into it, just a reminder that I am not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. I'm simply a geek on the internet here to bring you different forms of entertainment, things that I think you might be interested in, may want to check out for yourselves. AI, crypto, chair reviews. You never know what you're going to get on here. But that being said, just that big reminder to always do your own due diligence, always do your own research, and never let anyone on this side of the screen tell you what you should be doing with your finances. It's very important for you to do your own research. That being said, we are going to be jumping into BullX Neo, but again, before I do, one other thing. There will be a link in the description. If anything you say today interests you and you might want to utilize this bot for yourself, you will need to use the link in the description that will take you to it, and you'll have some verifications that you have to do, but it's very simple and you'll get in very quickly. A big shout out to BullX Neo for sponsoring this video. But as you can see here is the bot. You'll hit start bot and head over to Telegram and then do your authenticating, which they'll give you a private key that you'll need to keep a hold of. But once you've got that, you'll get into BullX Neo Vision. Now, once you're in, this is what you're going to see. This is your primary screen. You can see right here, Neo Vision. And this kind of gives you a breakdown of all the new cryptos that are coming in, ones that are about to graduate and graduated. If you're familiar with BullX Wallet at all, this will be extremely familiar. But a lot of these different things are just, these are the newest crypto. These are crypto that are attempting to get to a state where they are, in a better state, basically. And these are ones that, I would suggest mostly looking at. You're going to see a lot of scams in these first two, but the scams can even make it up to graduated. But at least the ones here operating are typically in better standing. But even on top of that, you can do filters to make it even more specified so that you can, feel a little bit safer with the crypto you're looking at. But before we go into that, let's go ahead and look at the different sidebar options. You have different chains that you can select, whether it's Solana or Tron that you want to be looking at. You can look at Explore here. This is just going to be any new pairings that are popping up, as well as the trending. Once again, over here, you can filter it. I've already pre-filtered some of it because this really helps eliminate some of the potential scams that are coming in. So less ones are popping up, but if you disable these and go back to its original status, this is what it looks like whenever you first pop in. For the first time, it's just going to give you literally every couple of seconds, you're going to see a new crypto pop up, a new token, because it is just constantly going. The crypto world keeps spinning. But this gives you access to all the new crypto, so it's a good way to keep an eye on everything that is popping up via either Pump Fun or let's see, you've got Pump Fun. What other ones you should see here on DEXs? You've got Pump Fund, Moonshot, and Sun Pump. So you can keep an eye on all of those across Solana and Tron. But yeah, as I already mentioned, this is like your primary page. This is the one where you're going to be doing most of your watching of the new cryptos that are coming in, and that you're going to get the most information in regards to what's going on. From here, you can see all kinds of things in regards to the top 10 holding, how much they are holding, and it gives you kind of a green or red as an indicator as to whether it's a good amount or if it's a poor amount, right? So here it is the top 10 holders, which is at more than 15%, currently standing at 45%. You have your I believe this is your developer, which is going, devs holding 7% currently. Then you have your percentage held by insiders, which is at 24%, and then your snipers, which is currently at 2%. And so that's just a simple breakdown. Beside it, you get a little display of the actual charts to kind of get an overview of how they are trending. From there, you can actually go down to automation. I'll explain this a little bit more later, but this is where you can set, this is where will pop up the limit, purchasing and sales you've made, as well as any kind of advanced orders that you're utilizing. Here is your portfolio for any purchases that you've made at any time, any sales, anything like that. And it'll give you a breakdown of all time, all the way down to the previous hour. Wallet manager is just your attached wallets. Multi-chart is going to show you an overview of the trades you've made, where you're going to be able to view and trade multiple tokens that you have at your disposal. And then your wallet tracker is something that's pretty interesting, and we'll take a look at in a minute. But basically, you can set up these alerts that'll alert you to when different wallets that you are wanting to track have made purchases or sold, and their success rate even. But we'll get into that here in just a little bit. So for now, we're jumping back here to Neo Vision. As I mentioned, you can filter things down as much as you want, pretty much everywhere, whether it's you're wanting to filter it in the graduated, filter overall, all kinds of stuff. Let's go ahead and just pick one of these ones. We'll just select supply vest right now. So you can kind of see, not trending too well. It kind of went poorly for this one, but that's just what it is. It happens sometimes. That being said, let's say you are interested in making a purchase on here. So pretty simple. You have your entire layout on this right side, and down here you see the different trades, the different holders, the top traders, all of that. You're basically getting all the information you would typically need. Now, how to utilize it is something a little bit different, but we'll look down here. This is a more in-depth breakdown of that kind of overall visual we were seeing earlier with the snipers, the top 10 holders, how much that amount is, the devs holding, and bot users, stuff like that, how much the insiders are holding. A bunch of information there. Then from below here underneath buy, you can buy and sell. This is pretty much just your instantaneous purchase and sells that you're making at current market value. But there is also this option right here where you can make an instant trade, where you just click any of these, whether you want to sell 75% of your supply, you want to purchase a 0.1, like this is just making quick instant purchases of these different tokens. But moving on from there, if you want a more specified amount, you put in the amount that you want and purchase, and it'll just add funds and make the purchase. But if you are wanting to be a little bit more specific or want continuous purchases and sells being made, that's when you come over to limit, and you can actually set the limit amount, the market cap limit amount, where you want to be able to purchase at. So you want to purchase low, and then you can switch it to sell, so you can sell high whenever, however you want to adjust it. And any kind of particular buying or selling strategies that you have, this is where you'll be able to implement some of those. But you can break that down even further. Down here you can see the gas priority fee, the slippage, and the bribe. And it'll even give you the recommended bribe amount so that you can really maximize your gains and minimize your losses. Here, this little green thing, you can actually adjust your settings. So this is where you can buy and adjust your buy and sell settings. You can even make different presets. And why this is good is if you have a particular strategy that you utilize that requires your priority fees to be a certain amount, your bribe fees to be at a certain amount, you need to set different slippages. This is going to be a way that you can do that and actually have it held as a preset. So if you have something that's typically for long-term holding, or you have a specific limit, way that you do your limit purchases and sells, and you have a strategy to utilize, this is where you can affect those settings and change them to match the plan that you have laid out. And then here you have your DCA, where you can, just do a bunch of different things, rotate the wallets, market cap range, all of that good stuff. So you have a lot of different availability to you in regards to purchases and sells and all of that. In regards to the limit and whatnot, you do actually have that automation screen. Whenever you do set a limit or an advanced order, it will pop up here, so you can keep an eye on it, making sure it's working out the way you intended, and just making sure that you are getting the intended outcome. So that's a good screen for them to have, so that you can quickly get to those limits and make adjustments to them, or whatever the case may be that you need to do for those. Remember again that if you're wanting to get the use of all of these things, including the next thing I'm fixing to show you, you're going to need to hit that link in the description, and it will bring you to the bot so that you can then, get signed up in order to start using this. But now I want to show you this bottom list right here. You can see the different orders, the positions, the history, holders, stuff like that. And before we do that, I also want to show you real quick, I love that you can also adjust how the visuals look, or the display is for the actual chart. You can customize it pretty in depth. You can do lines, you can do indicators, you can do all kinds of stuff. You can break it down to the second, go all the way up to by the hour or by the minute, all kinds of stuff. You have, let's go back to candles right now though, and we'll go back to the second. But you can see this one's already fallen off. It happens. It can happen very quickly. But you also have a bubble map display, and it'll give you different things and show you different ones that are linked together. If sometimes they have them, sometimes they don't. Let's see, they're finding links now, fetching labels. This one's taking a second. Sometimes it pops up instantaneously. Because this is a newer one that just popped up, it's probably taking an extra second. Dev, please fix. Yeah, so this one's probably an issue with how new it is, but you get all kinds of different display options. Just wanted to point that out real quick. You can even switch it between market cap and price. I think most people would be watching the market cap though. That being said, moving down to here, you have your top traders. Now these can be full of the ones who hold the most, or the top holders and whatnot, but these people are typically making very smart moves. If you look here, you can look at their 30-day win rate, something that pops up down there. A couple of other things, how much they sold, they bought, and whatnot, just giving you more information on what they did on this specific one exactly. But if you actually click on this, you can see their entire trading activity for the past 24 hours, past hour, and this one certainly seems to have just popped up. So, it's their first trade ever. You can kind of see where some of these scams come from. However, if they do have long-term trading, which, you'll come across ones that do, let's see, maybe this one, we'll take a look at this one real quick. Oop. Okay, you can see this person's for their entire time trading versus the past 24 hours versus the past 12 hours. But looking at their all-time trading, you can see the entire uptick of the amount they've traded over time. You can see their trade history, most profitable trades that they've made. You can see they invested 8,000 and sold it for 14. So, they made a P&L of 6,000 there. Just see all of their successes in trading. So let's say you find someone that's been doing really well, consistently making, having high P&L, consistently making good trades, smart trades, and you notice that from just watching the trades that they've made over time. Maybe you want to keep an eye on them, right? And maybe you think that they might have some good insight as to good trades to make. So you set that alert. Now, once you've done that, you can actually come down here to the wallet tracker I mentioned before. And as you'll see here, I've just added this new trader. So you can actually keep an eye on that one. Again, this will automatically bring you back to their wallet and the different trades they've made. But on top of that, you can also get alerts. Now, these alerts will alert you to current purchases they've just made, the sells they're making. That way you can kind of keep an idea of and keep in mind what they're doing, where they're going, the sells they're making, so that maybe, just maybe, you can attempt to mimic that behavior with the idea that, you know, their success will be your success. So if you find people who make good trades, especially on maybe a specific crypto you are interested in, that will be very beneficial to you. And then another way you can actually look at it is if you go to an item that they made a purchase or a sell on, you'll actually get notifications of when they got in. So as you can see here, the user that I'm following, if I can get to pop up again, made, I think it said 400 million tokens. Yeah, the dev bought 400 million tokens there. But you can actually see different alerts based on the alerts that you are getting. You can see the different alerts on the actual market sheet. Based on the alerts that you have set, you can actually see, you know, different alerts pop up on the actual market graph for that crypto that they are currently working with. So, you know, this is just yet again another utilization of this. This is again just another utilization of BullX Neo. There you go, another alert went off. You can actually, there, another alert went off. You can see that 3 minute, there again, you can see another alert just went off. They did an amount of 92.88 for a market cap of 29,000. And you can just check out these individual, these actual purchases and what token they did it with. And yeah, it's just, and then display options here is where you can actually set those tracked wallets, and you can see it displays when they bought, when they sold, all of that information right at your fingertips. And looks like he's not doing he's doing mostly purchasing right now. He's hoping it's going to take off at some point. So we'll see what happens. I hope for his sake it does. But yeah, so it's just this is just another thing that you can utilize this. But yeah, so this is just another thing that BullX allows you to utilize to really get on top of your crypto game and stay, you know, hopefully ahead of the game, maximizing your profits and minimizing your losses. But before we go on this one, I just wanted to let you guys know that if you're interested in, you know, doing more research on BullX, you should check them out on both Discord and Twitter. Get, you know, start talking to the community, see what they think about it, see what they utilize it for. Honestly, it's in my opinion, a really good way to track the different crypto moves you're making, and to continue making good and more crypto moves consistently, especially across those two, through Solana, and especially across those, especially across any crypto that's coming across Pump Fun, or especially across anything that's coming across Pump Fun or Sun Pump or Moonshot. This is going to be a really effective way for you to keep track of your crypto trades, as well as, you know, trying to make the most of them. I know this video has been a bit of a long one, but there was a lot of information to go through. Are you interested? Are you planning on using BullX Neo? Personally, I think it is a really efficient way to stay on top of, especially meme coins and new crypto that are entering the meme sphere. So one more time, as a reminder, go ahead and use that link in the description if you are wanting to use BullX Neo, and let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. Other than that, that's all I have. Have a good one. Peace.